Hello and welcome to the first game in Gordon's 2v2 tourney. Actually, this should have been a live cast, but my internet has some identity problems. Like whenever I start streaming, or in 50% of the cases when I start streaming, it doesn't want to be an internet anymore. It rather likes to be a tree. I don't know. So on the top side we have SmokyBuddy, who I believe is Brazilian, but I'm not sure about that, and system player Failure, who is Britain, so I'm not really sure if these two guys actually are a team or if they are more like random mates that play together in a 2v2 tournament. And on the bottom side we got Blackheart, okay, Fluffy Flower aka Blackheart, and ZLO&Blacky. Oh my god, what kind of team is that? So that's the Imba team, also I believe not really a team, since one of them is BC and ZLO obviously is RA, whatever that stands for. But with Blackheart on the bottom side team, we already know what team we want to win, the top side team, because whenever Blackheart loses, that's a good day for me. Two Selines already out here. Whoa, they are going. They are trying to block the hydro spots. Well, I know that SmokyBuddy, I've played him a few times, he likes to do that, but personally I don't really think that's a good idea against a good player, because if you're going next to a hydro, next to a Masterlot with a Celine, the enemy player will never see the Celine, unless of course the commander goes there. But if you send it on a spot, then when he tries to build something and pays attention, he sees that there is a Celine, an invisible Celine, and he can just reclaim it. So you can try it, but I think it's a noob-bash tactic and you shouldn't try it against good players. So expanding engineers, not so much raiding actually. Do we see any offensive units so far? We see a Mantis down here. That is going the middle of nowhere. Two scouts here, not doing anything. We can have a look at the build orders. We got second air from both bottom side players, so double second air bot, and no second factory so far, but second air plant. And halfway finished land factory. So I think second air is a very good idea on that map. Like, it's basically on all bigger map, especially in 2v2s. It will be hard for ZLO to defend this side if SmokyBuddy goes for a big raid at the beginning. So in first and second unit will be a scout. Let's see if he goes for an early Chester. No, he doesn't, but he goes for Bomber as third air unit, which is a good idea, I assume. And Blackheart, I think Blackheart should just go Interceptors. Yes, that's what he does. So that's actually pretty nice team play if it is planned. Like, maybe Blackheart just builds Air Factory because he builds Air Factory without any reason. But since UAF bombers are extremely crappy still, like, they're better now, but I still think they're pretty crappy. Like, the worst bomber, they are usable, but they are still the worst. Maybe ZLO also should focus more on the bombers and even Chesters, and Blackheart on the air superiority. I'd like to see really a Chester spam from ZLO like he often does it on Theta. So, tank spotted by ZLO, this Mantis will probably be able to defend it, especially if these Mantis come as reinforcements. And ZLO already has a lot of factory in compared to the two factories of SmokyBuddy, and already upgrading Tech 2 Mass Extractor. Early Tech 2 Mass Extractor, god, is that a good idea? I don't think that's a good idea. That's a bad idea, especially if the bomber is coming there. He doesn't have any air so far. Hey SmokyBuddy, do you have air? Oh, just built one. Oh, one's there. So one fail placement and one miss, and bomber gets his first kill, gets the Hydro Engineer with a nearly finished Hydro, so very big loss there. And that's good. Oh my god, I see it coming. This is gonna be such a boring game. Man. I want to go in and kill Blackheart. I know he didn't do anything and I like him, but he's too good for this game. He should just be banned. We see nice securing on the top side. And Blackheart basically just staying in his base mostly, just starting to spam, not caring too much about getting expansions. Which is a good idea, I assume. And the transport. So what's he gonna do with the transport? Don't question Blackheart, I guess. He's transporting his engineers here for reclaiming, I think. Would have been nice to see some drop, like in the very corner. If they could get an arty drop here, that would be awesome. Like killing the air factory, killing the P-gens, that would be awesome. Bottom side, superior numbers for ZLO. On the top side there are... Oh, transport is going on, but it won't do anything there. Let's see if Blackheart spots it in time and calls back transport before it drops its units. On the top side we still see some advantage for system failure, but these two mass extractors are probably not worth that much tanks to secure it. So Blackheart won't be doing anything with that, unless he can kill some of them with his bomber, but I think we see UAF crappy bomber power. Yep, we see UAF crappy bomber power. But with that much as priority, there is really not much system failure can actually do. Like, if there are 10 bombers in the air, even 10... When you have 10 bombers, even UAF bombers can do damage. So both engineers getting killed. Crappy micro from Blackheart. And it doesn't look good on the bottom side. Like, also, I don't think it's a good idea to go with this commander in the middle, unless you take both commanders and both send them to the middle and try to kill the enemy commander, because he probably will lose his side there against a big land span of ZLO. Do we see already take 2 somewhere? I think this would be a pretty good map. I know I'm zooming in and out pretty quickly now, but I think that would be a good good map for take 2. But there isn't any take 2. No take 2. Have a look at the points. Actually ZLO is behind SmokyBuddy, interesting. So I guess that's because SmokyBuddy upgraded the Tech 2 mass extractors, which ultimately paid out. I wouldn't have thought that this is a good idea on that map, but oh my god, this has a priority. ZLO really needs to spam more bombers and more jesters. See anti-air going out. I hope SmokyBuddy system failure doesn't try to run in like that. That would be stupid. And actually Blackheart is probably flanking him here now, and if he can kill some units with his commander, then he will be safe. Interceptor gets killed by ground units. Front factory, and what's this commander doing? And where's ZLO's commander here? So ZLO uses his commander for the awesome task of reclaiming trees and some strange rocks. Green rocks. I'm not so sure if they are on any official map. I sometimes see them on custom maps, but I've never seen them on official maps. And stupid engagement from system failure, giving Blackheart reclaim and feeding his commander. Why the fuck are you doing this? I mean, you could have just waited for your commander and then kill, or just do some damage, but like this, big fail, just losing units here. And that means we probably do have superior numbers for Blackheart on the top side now. Blackheart, oh my god, 4 maxes on Tech 2. Holy crap. How much does... Nah, 0. Okay. So, we got... Just to illustrate that, we got on the top side, we got... you should see what I'm doing with my hands right now. I know you can see it, I don't know why I'm doing that. We got even numbers on the top side, while at the same time we have 4 Tech 2 mass extractors for Blackheart. And... this is gonna end horrible for system failure, unless SmokyBuddy can do anything down there. But it doesn't seem like that. Yeah. These bombers continue to work on the Tech 1 spam. As far as you could actually call it Tech 1 spam, it's pretty... Yeah, it's not a poor Tech 1 spam, but it's nothing compared to Blackheart. And SmokyBuddy's commander getting harassed by a jester, and I think if ZLO goes for more jesters, actually, until there's anti-air here, so much is gonna get killed. happens if ZLO decides to actually protect his Jester, which he doesn't do. But I think the topside team could really go for some plays now, but they don't seem to work together actually. Like they play two single 1v1s. Yeah, of course it's... yeah. They would have needed some team play to win against ZLO&Blacky, which are individually of course great players. I'm not saying System Failure is a bad player, of course, he isn't, and he probably wins against me, but what he did here wasn't impressive actually, and we see Blackheart going for an upgrade. Yeah, somebody told me which arm Tech 2 is, but I think it's 6-2. And ZLO does go for some Tech 1 PD in the middle of nowhere. I mean, still no Tech 2, which is strange, I think. Like, anybody could have gone for Tech 2 by now. And System Failure, again, tries to engage, tries to kite some units with his commander, but as soon as Blackheart got his Tech 2, yes, it was Tech 2, he can just build a single Tech 2 PD and he will be safe against System Failure's commander and so on. I'm not so sure. I have to look, or I have to ask Gordon what other teams there are like that could actually beat ZLO and Blackheart. I mean, in the clan wars we saw B8, or I think it was B8, pulling off some pretty interesting tactics actually against Grace Chariot and Lujan, and winning the 2v2s against far superior individual players. So I don't want to be fast on saying who is gonna win this tourney, but I think ZLO and Blackshot are definitely one of the main favorites, and actually it seems like he went Tech... yeah, did he go for the gun? Let me see a single shot. No, he didn't go for the gun, but with overcharge and Tech 2, System Failure, this is gonna be System Failure's end. Very nice use of overcharge here, no use of overcharge from System Failure. I'm not so sure if he even has an energy storage, so he gives his stuff, but I think it's probably Sharon to death, so it doesn't really matter anymore. And this is the end of System Failures, and this means this is basically the end of the game. This game was over quite some time ago. Yeah, that's a win for Blackheart. Oh man, this day sucks. So let's speed this up a bit, let's see what ZLO is going to do. He has Tech 2 land, actually Tech 2 land also from SmokyBuddy. I think SmokyBuddy played actually pretty good against ZLO, like he lost the air sub priority against ZLO, but he could have just gone for some anti-air in case ZLO actually used his air superiority, which he didn't do. Like, I know the game's basically over, but he should now go for an Tech 2 flag. Oh, he actually did. He did go for a Tech 2 flag. And it also was Sharon to Duff, like I expected. Blackheart probably going for the expansion now. Whoa, what? Okay, he's going for all expansions, so nice route here. And Blackheart gun and Tech 2. So we see Tech 2 bombers. Obviously SmokyBuddy still hopes he might be able to snipe something. I mean, if he would snipe Blackheart, which is definitely difficult because Blackheart got Tech 2 and Veterancy and Tech 2 Radar and Sooner Shield and Tech 2 flag. Oh well, he's not gonna snipe Blackheart. Maybe if he snipes ZLO and then can kill Blackheart. Yeah, not gonna happen. So Blackheart is running into SmokyBuddy's base now. ZLO didn't do very much in this game. He did go for an early bomber, which killed the engineer that was building the Hydro. That was very nice. But basically Blackheart did the rest. So actually these Tech 2 bombers went for... oh, that's actually ZLO's Tech 2 bombers. So yeah, well, units of Blackhearts in SmokyBuddy's base, killing the Tech 2 Mass Extractor, killing 2 Tech 2 Mass Extractors actually, and probably killed some engineers. And now push from ZLO also, and some Tech 2 bombers in the air. He should go for the interceptors first. Not so sure if they already saw the bombers, but I think they... Whoops. I think they did. Nah, come on. Actually, no, they didn't, but... So that was a poor engagement with the Tech 2 bombers, but it doesn't matter, like... I mean, it would be funny if Blackheart gets killed now. That would be at least a light at the end of the tunnel. To see at least a big fat UAF Blackheart explosion. But these interceptors, they seem to be pretty focused on the bombers. Yep. So he spotted the bombers. And nice air micro here, killing basically all the bombers. And SmokyBuddy control case. So this is the first win for the ZLO Fluffy Flower, aka Blackheart team. Well, nice map. Let's go on for the next game. And I will also have a look what other teams are there.